Welcome! This plant is Ledebouria socialis, or silver squill in English. It is a South African plant and it belongs to the family Asparagaceae. It is a succulent and it is yet another example of a huge diversity of succulent plants that grow in Africa. So this one belongs to the family Asparagaceae, and there are euphorbias, of course, that belong to the family Euphorbiaceae, and there are Mesembryanthemaceae, which are an extremely interesting group of plants endemic to South Africa. And there are succulents from the family Compositae, and there are succulents from the family Apocynaceae, where stapeliads belong. And there are other plants and other families that created succulent plants in South Africa, and this is quite fascinating because it is an example of unpredictability and of the uniqueness of the paths that evolution takes. In Africa, there were many different unrelated families of plants that adapted to grow in dry conditions. And when we compare it to the South and North Americas, we will see that there cacti have monopolized all the dry areas and they didn't leave room for almost any other family of plants. Two continents that are very similar when it comes to conditions, when it comes to habitat, and yet a completely different approach of the evolution to the difficulty that the habitats created. This plant is in bloom. Here is the flower. But the beauty of this plant is not in its flower. The beauty of this plant is in its leaves, which are beautifully speckled and very pretty. Here in the middle of the plant you might see plenty of new bulbs, and these bulbs, if moved to a different pot or to a different spot, will create roots and will create a new plant. And this is exactly how this plant reproduces in the wild, and maybe that's why the flowers are so insignificant, because the plant doesn't rely entirely on the seeds when it comes to reproduction. I keep this plant inside for the winter, and if I don't water it, it loses its leaves, and then when I start watering it, it produces new leaves instead. If I do not let the plant dry out completely, the new leaves will replace the old ones just gradually. And in the summertime, this plant is outside in a shady spot where the rain can water it, or if it's not raining, I am watering it quite abundantly actually. It needs a lot of water in the summertime when it's very hot. So this is about it. This is about everything I wanted to tell you about Ledebouria socialis, my beautiful plant. I hope you like it as much as I do. Thank you very much for watching my video. Have a great afternoon.